Welcome back to the GSL Code S. We are here now, going into the third best of 3. We're going to find out who's going to be the first to move on today.
That's right. It's either going to be Parting or Innovation. You know, really, I would like to see all 4 of these players in that next round of 8. But actually, everyone from the round of 16 I want in the round of 8. How does that work?
We just have another round of 16.
Let's just have 2 rounds of 16 cut to the round of 4. Let's just do that.
You know, Innovation Parting, I really don't know who wins here because Parting looked pretty solid. Innovation also looking very scary.
Yeah.
Nothing too sneaky about what Innovation's doing. He's just doing really good mechanical TVP, macroing up, surveying what his opponent's doing, responding accordingly as each game moves on in the best of 3.
Yeah, it's really a tough one. Starting map going to be Deadwing. I think I got to go with Parting in the series.
Think so?
Well, it's starting on Deadwing. I feel like this is going to be kind of a comfortable situation for Parting to get up to a bunch of bases. Innovation isn't going to be able to have too much to say about it. And I think that could make it hard for Innovation, especially if they're cross spots. That's a long way to walk across the map to attack into a defensive Protoss.
Yeah, let's see what Innovation does to open with here. So far, he's had very conservative orthodox play. Just doing your traditional macro-style Terran, roaming his opponent. Parting is a little bit trickier to figure out what kind of build he's going to do. He's very fine doing aggressive stuff, all-in stuff like that. And it looks like actually our map is loading up. So we're going to get right into this. Innovation against Parting. It's a best of 3. The loser picks the following map. And the winner of this series will be our 3rd player now to move on to the round of 8 here in the GSL Code S. In the bottom left, in the blue, playing brilliantly in that last series, he is
Innovation.
Looking good in his GSL hoodie.
Indeed. And in the upper left, playing brilliantly against Tomorrow in our first best of 3.
SK Telecom T1 Parting.
All right. Let's see what these guys have planned for us, for each other.
Yeah, let's see here. This actually could be a day where we have all PVT, by the way.
Yeah, it's not too unlikely, really. All these players are just so close. Anything could happen.
So here's the barracks being made now. No quick command center for Innovation. It's starting the series out. Parting, also just for the time being, we're going to see if he gets that gateway or not.
No, he's definitely going to
go for Nexus first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, I think that this is maybe the best map for going for that really quick Nexus first. I think that Innovation actually basically predicted that this would be Nexus first. If Parting was going to do it on Nimbus, then he'd probably do it here. Because this map has the same types of qualities about the main mineral line where it's very hard for Reapers to actually get around and do any harassment. So it's like a really quite a good choice of build order here from Parting. But we did see last time Maru still got a lot of damage done with that initial Reaper harassment.
Question is, can Innovation match what Maru did in that game? We'll have to see. The SCV is going over here to the upper left. We have a gateway now starting up. And this is going to be the first spot he scouts, so he can do everything possible to counter this.
That guy gets 2 GSL coins. See how easy that was?
Yeah. Come down, make signs, guys.
Yeah. It's really simple.
You could be on TV. You could show your face. You don't have to show your face.
Yeah. In fact, bring all your friends down one day. You want to win a $1,000 computer the cheating way? You bring all your friends down, all of them, and you make really hilarious signs for each of them. Collect all the coins, put them together. Bam! PC.
Yeah.
So easy. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm calling out.
We should be doing that. You know what I'm going to do in the next game? I'm going to go down there. You just cast by yourself. I'm going to go make a sign.
We never pick up our GSL coin for coming in either.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
would have by far the most GSL coins.
We could rig this whole thing. Hold on. We have the bunker being made back here. And it's in such a spot, actually, that SCV just so happens to not be attackable from where the
yeah, a little bit lucky on how the SCV is running around. But the probes are actually going to force a cancel on that anyways. We'll see what he can get done with this Reaper. See, this one Zealot is really doing his job. We saw with Maru, he was very on top of keeping the Reaper moving and getting stuff done, but this is much harder to get behind this mineral line. This is probably the best map for a build like this. Okay, so he gets back, but he is trapped back here.
Yep.
Very easy to not let him out, but doesn't matter when he kills multiple
Reaper
probes.
control is so sick.
Yeah.
And he gets trapped. Nicely done there by Parting.
I think he only lost one probe there.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
yep,
so
one worker killed. There you go.
That's a huge difference between what Maru did and what Innovation did. Innovation's bunker was a bit more greedy. He didn't commit as heavily. He only went one Reaper. There was a lot of different things, so it's not like the biggest deal that it didn't kill as much as Maru's did.
Okay, we have the Mothership core coming down now. And the Zealot going to come down here too. And he's going for a Twilight Council.
Yeah, I would suspect that this is going to be for Blink as opposed to DTs like we saw from him earlier.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. He is going to see if he can't do any damage down here. For Terran, he has... Yeah, I think he would be okay against this, especially if that bunker finishes. Should be fine.
But, you know, it's still a little bit scary. This is Parting with units, so...
That is Parting controlling a Mothership core.
Yeah. Decides to make the game fair and doesn't kill all 5 Marines with that Mothership core.
Okay, it's going to be now down to 4 Marines, which can pop into that bunker. And Protoss has to back off. So we should be seeing the tech now from the Twilight Council.
And
we'll be checking that in a second here.
I would be really surprised once again if it wasn't
it's a robotic
Blink.
facility. There we go.
It was Blink, though, yeah.
Yep. Blink
and
build.
in fact, this is like a super non-aggressive Blink build. Like, you'll probably add 2 gates very quickly here to be able to still do something with the Blink build, but you know, we've seen different types. We've seen like the 4-gate Blink, very aggressive. We saw the 3-gate into Robo from Stats, which is kind of in between, like he wants to put some pressure on. This one, very much later gates, very much quicker Robo. More of a threat than anything. And see, he scans it and immediately a Chrono goes down on Blink. So now he has to defend. Smart. He hasn't seen the gates. He has no idea the timings of the gates or the Robo.
And this is pretty smart here by Parting. He was not going to commit to any kind of Blink attack here, guys, just to clarify. He is really just teching up. Now the Stalkers are going to be present. He's going to see that there's Blink available. But for the time being, yeah, I mean, there's nothing else that Innovation can do but try to prepare for what is the worst. And now we have the Colossus tech coming up here.
Yeah, getting a War Prism as well. Really cool to see that he's going to use that War Prism once again. It's a good map for it, no doubt about that. But he's doing a lot all at once, that's for sure. I wonder if Blink plus War Prism in tandem is the plan here. This could be why he went for the later Robo. Because if he has a good number of Stalkers up the front, let's say he is pressing with like 7 Stalkers, and then a Warp Prism flies in the main base and warps in Zealots, you have to keep your units up to take care of the Stalkers, right? So the 3 Zealots in the main base are actually very hard to deal with, and if he sees you micro at one area, he can go micro at the other.
That's very true. I don't think this should be as effective against Parting, though. Let's look at this. It seems like Parting should have enough. We have Innovation. Excuse me. I think Innovation should have enough. I think. Well, let's see. He's going to come up here. Innovation very prepared. Oh,
still poking
taking a lot of damage
possible. Yeah.
on those Stalkers. Okay, so here's the drop.
Yeah, look at this. He forced all the unit there. This is actually really cool. Like losing some mining time already. Picks up those Zealots, drops them back down, just killing anything he can. A little bit sloppy, not microing everywhere perfectly.
Yeah, you know, I don't know about this. I don't feel like it's not really doing enough damage.
No,
he's actually putting himself in a lot of risk here too with that Warp Prism. If he loses that, it's so bad.
It is, yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, on this map, it's really easy to get additional bases. So even if this doesn't do a great deal of damage, which it absolutely has not, he can take this 3rd base, and it's not like Innovation can just walk across the map and kill him.
Okay, there's a drop coming up now. We don't see exactly what Parting has here to defend. It's a Colossus and not much else. Stalkers are coming back now. And this is a drop that Protoss was not going to be prepared for. He's going for the Nexus now. He can try to get this Sentry. He gets 2 Sentries, backs up, but there are Stalkers over here. That Mothership, excuse me, the Nexus Cannon does gun down one of the Medivacs. Nicely done there. Meanwhile, Innovation taking a 3rd base over here at the bottom.
Still, it's much later than Parting's. Parting has stopped all the harassment that Innovation has tried to give to him so far. So Parting's in a really good spot, I think.
Yeah. It's funny because we really liked Innovation's position initially after that attack, but yeah, if he starts to lose stuff like that, it can be a little bit tricky. We have Marine just coming down here attacking this pylon, and Parting pretty prepared for any drops over there in the main again.
Well, you know, he's got to stay ready for that. That's one of the weak points on this map for a Protoss player, is the fact that that main base is kind of wide open over on the side. But he should be fine, right? He's like patrolling a warp prism, watching for it. He has his stalkers within decent range.
Bad worker transfer. Or no, it's. I think it's actually super saturated here. We have 60 to 63 for workers here.
Definitely has more than he needs.
Definitely. Doesn't want them there in the second. So 2 starports now. Do you think we're going to see an SCV pull later on here already?
It's actually really hard to say. We've seen that these players feel completely comfortable not pulling SCVs. So we may see more of that if Innovation feels like he can play that long macro game. But things haven't really gone that well for him, right? He lost to medevac. His harassment really hasn't done much. Yeah, Partings hasn't done that much either, but his third base was so much quicker.
Yeah, that's very true. Looks like Parting's going to come down here now. Oh, nice. Cutting down those Vikings is really huge.
Wow. That's a great move.
This is an orbital. It's not a planetary here, so he can actually do a lot of damage here with the Colossi staying back, and he can actually poke in there, driving out some of the workers, taking out even more. Mule's now under fire.
God, he even has 3 sentries here with force fields, so
yeah,
this was a great move by Parting.
He's going to get a few more Zealots, a scan over here, more gateways coming down, and we have that engagement now. Interesting force fields there. They didn't lock anything out.
Well, you know, I think he was kind of going to keep it pushed back, because then everything rubs up against, and your 3 Colossus with range does a great job. And then even got to blink over and try to pick off another Viking. This has been a great poke by Parting. This is why I was talking earlier a lot about how he really likes to open Twilight, because he goes into Blink Stalker and then does pushes like this with 2 to 3 range Colossus and does a fantastic job, as we just saw.
He's going to come down now. And I don't know, man. Let's see. Vikings just continue to be cranked out. Will Parting be able to get a 4th base? If he's going to take a 4th, it'd be this one tucked in between the 3rd and the main. That little cove down there, south of the 2nd. Yeah, that little pocket expansion.
Well, looks like he will go ahead and take that pocket base.
Storm is almost finished, by the way.
2 War Prisms out in the map.
Well, he did this last time against Tomorrow. He was warping in Zealots at different sides here and attacking into it. And, I mean, it worked pretty effectively. But then again, in that game, Morrow was actually stuck back and the party was poking in. This time around, it looks like most of the map control is going to Innovation right now.
Yeah, he does have map control, but if you look at all the red dots all over the place, Parting knows what's going on. He's still posturing in the center because he realizes he can kind of micro his units back between Blink and force fields.
Oh, man. Here come the Zealots now.
Wow.
Going to go for this depot right here. That's going to hurt. And so he takes out that depot and now goes right towards the SCVs. We have the other War Prism being attacked here. There's nothing right now to defend here for Terran.
Yeah, very annoying move right here.
And Parting is actually chasing this army back. He might be able to poke into the 3rd here. These also are doing a lot of damage. Looks like the Vikings are going to come up here just above where this we had that shot at. And I think the War Prism was just now gunned down.
Well, it looks like he will clean those up, but look at that. A lot more damage done at the 3rd base of Innovation. You know, Parting just picking him apart this game.
Makes this look so easy.
Yeah.
Look, he gets that command center, he backs up. Parting is looking primed to win this group here.
Oh, yeah.
And there's that second War Prism, the one that was being harassed a little bit earlier. And this is so many Zealots going here and doing so much damage. Parting's taking a 4th base. We have Innovation on 2 bases. Innovation supply blocked. So much going wrong right now.
You know, Innovation just did not predict that second War Prism as well. He's just running him around the map right now. Now, Innovation actually does have a bigger army. So keep that in mind. That's the one way that this game could go in the favor of Innovation. If Parting overcommits with an attack, like right now, this is the level where I'm saying, you know what, I think you need to turn around. You've gotten so far ahead in every single way. Back up, max out, play defensively, because Innovation can't go long now. He has to go and kill you. He's down 2 upgrades. He's down 2 bases. There's nothing for him to do except attack.
Well, here comes a big attack now. This is 1 DT. This is nice. This is really nice. And notice he's spreading them all out so that there's things are being hit from all sides. I think we're going to see Innovation tap out shortly here.
I think this is overkill, though, Tasteless. There's
so?
9 ghosts in here. There's still a chance that Innovation can win this if he does this perfectly this battle.
Oh, that's true. That's a lot of EMPs. Okay, he's got the cannons finishing up here. There's the Psystorms. Oh, a missed Psystorm with that.
Really good Psystorm
He
flanks.
needs to get another Psystorm. He doesn't get that other one off. Oh my God, is Party going to lose this because he actually attacked with too much down there?
Well, it looks like we have enough Psystorms that it doesn't matter.
Thank God.
GG.
That, for a second there, was looking pretty scary when Innovation was coming up. We had a few storms that weren't even shot out. We had a few other ones where the Templar was gunned down before it could even do the storm. But yeah, when he got down to those 2 bases, the DT's doing so much damage here. You know, all Protoss has to do is just keep warping and hanging on, and eventually Terran's going to fall apart.
Totally.
So Parting wins game number 1. Nicely done.
Really well played there by Parting. I do actually want to say he overcommitted to harassment right there at the end. When he, the 1 DT, I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. 2 DTs, oh, yeah, okay. Then he warped in a bunch of Zods there in the main. The game was already over as soon as he held. And, yeah, he held, and it was almost like a one-sided hold, kind of, because of all the Psystorms. But if we had a couple better EMPs out of Innovation, if he had somehow, prevented that many storms from hitting his army, he was on the brink of actually breaking Parting there. So I would actually, despite the fact that he won and made it look fantastic, I would say that he misplayed slightly at the end.
Yeah, one thing to note, guys, is that you don't want to ever go overkill with a win. In StarCraft II, you just need a reasonable amount more than your opponent to close out the game. A lot of times you'll see people do stuff like, for instance, even in that last game, warping in all those Zealots, just having the 2 DTs there, not much more, when you have double the bases of your opponent, is going to guarantee you a win, because we've all had those games where we're winning and we're winning hard, and then we do something silly.
You're like, I want to win even harder!
Yeah. And then you lose.
Yeah. Well, he won there, so congrats to Parting, but
we see Innovation here now, trying to get in the zone. He's already picked his second map. Looks like he's just trying to visualize his win here for game number 2.
That was his I hate Warp Prison's face right there, Tasteless.
Yeah.
The head shake.
The Terran Warp Prison frowny face.
Yeah.
The map that he wants to play on is Catalina. Big map.
Good choice.
Let's see what Parting has in store for us here. Innovation so far, really standard play style. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. There's a reason why it's the most common way to win here with Terran at the highest level. Just solid macro, out-positioning, out-maneuvering. Parting being very tricky with his build orders. Even when he scouted, he manages to mask what's going on pretty well.
That is a fact. He's really good at that. So let's see what build he actually wants to open with on